Good morning, this is Spandan and I'm standing in front of Lalbagh Botanical Garden. This is one of the most famous tourist attractions in Bangalore. As you can see right now, I'm standing in front of the Lalbagh lake. It's raining very heavily, so I'll give a short description. The lake behind me is an artificial lake that was commissioned by Hyder Ali in the 17th century. It was later expanded by his son Tipu Sultan. This lake has a lot of flora and fauna. Example of flora will be the tiger water lily and lotus plants that are found in the lake, and there are many birds like kingfisher and egret birds that are also found in the lake. This is a very popular lake in Bangalore and many visitors come here daily to take a serene walk around this lake. As you can see, there's a walkway in front of me. Lalbagh has many such walkways and it has a lot of beautiful trees on the side. As you can see in front of me, this is called the white silk cotton tree. It is a 200-year-old tree and it is very ancient. It has soft wood and it origins from China in India. It is a deciduous tree and it grows up to 20 to 30 meters in height with buttressed trunk, as you can see. And it also has pinnate leaves with 5 to 7 leaflets. The flower that blooms is orange scarlet fleshy flowers with 5 petals. You can see the signboard, don't destroy the greenery and don't spoil the scenery. This is an amazing quote. The tree that you see behind me is a fossil tree. As you can see, the moss has been built behind it. I don't have exact information on it, but it is at least 200 to 300 years old. This tree is right in front of the glasshouse, Botanical Garden, which is the next spot we are going to, and it is a very famous spot, which I am going to describe later. This tree fossil is a collection from the National Fossil Park in Tiruvakkarai, South Arcot, Tamil Nadu. It is supposed to be 20 million years old. That you see in front of me is a historical Lalbagh garden. It is a very ancient garden since the 17th century. It was first commissioned by Hyder Ali and then expanded by Tipu Sultan. The tree that is in front of me is a massive pine cone tree. Incredibly beautiful structure behind me is the famous bandstand, and as you can see, it is situated right in front of the famous glass house. This bandstand was first built in the 19th century by the British, and many events and performances were conducted under this bandstand. As you can see again, this beautiful structure. Under the beautiful roof, many musical and dance events were conducted. Now next we'll go to the glass house. So the glass house behind me is a very famous structure. It is modelled after the Crystal Palace in London. It is a Victorian era architecture and it was built to commemorate the arrival of Prince Wales in India. It was built in 1889 and it houses many exotic and rare plants. There are two sections in this glass house. One is the inner garden and outer gardens. If you visit the glass house, you can see many more exotic and rare species of plants and flowers. There is a beautiful fountain in front of me. It is modeled after the Indian tricolor. There is an incredible statue on top of the fountain which looks like a Victorian statue. And as you can see, obviously behind the fountain is the famous glass house which I described earlier. And there's a lot of crowd, and this is the main attraction, Lalbagh, and one of the most popular places in Lalbagh. As you can see, the structure is very big. So annually, every year, there's a flower show conducted, but unfortunately, the time is not yet arrived. So only for a few weeks during the spring season, there's a beautiful flower show that is conducted every year in Lalbagh, and a lot of people visit this place to view the exotic plants and animals and beautiful trees that bloom during the spring season. And all of this is housed under this beautiful glass house, as you can see in front of me. See the beautiful peacock statue behind me. The green frames that you see are actually every year during the spring season. It is decorated with flowers and it is a beautiful structure. Unfortunately, we have not come in during the season, and you can see still it is very stunning statue that's behind me right now. This is an incredible treehouse structure that you can see. It is completely made of bamboo, and these kind of rare structures can only be seen in Bengaluru and in Lalbagh. So please do visit Lalbagh. There's a beautiful structure near the glass house which is made of grasses and plants. Unfortunately, I don't know what animal it is after, which I don't know what animal it looks like. Can you guess? This beautiful statue in front of me is made out of a log. This is the log of a mango tree. This mango tree is around 250 years old. This statue was built in the year 2018 by very beautiful and talented artists. And this statue is modeled after a buffalo, and the name of the statue is Buffalo by the Lake. Again, there are more such statues made out of log wood. This statue that you see in front of me is a crocodile statue. This is also around 200 years old, and this statue is simply called crocodile. It is made out of the nilgiri tree, the wood of the nilgiri tree, and the same nilgiri tree is also made to use this is used to make this chameleon. As you can see, these are incredibly beautiful statues that can be found here in Lalbagh. This is the fourth statue in Lalbagh, which is again made out of the nilgiri wood, and this is a peacock statue. This is a superior display of craftsmanship by artisans, and this was also made in the year 2018, and it is around 200 years old. From the signboard, this statue was made in the year 2018. The name of the statue is Lotus Buddha. So as you can see, you can see the Buddha that is blooming out of the lotus, and it is made out of the nilgiri wood, and which is 200 years old, and it is an example of a beautiful craftsmanship. The beautiful gate in front of me is a Japanese gate, and this park is known as the bonsai park. Japanese are very famous for their bonsais. Bonsais are miniature trees and miniature gardens, and as Japanese are popular for their miniature garden, Lalbagh also has a site to watch all the bonsai and all such miniature trees which are available behind the gate. You can see beautiful paintings. So there are 3 paintings, one of the bonsai miniature trees. On the 2 miniature trees are there, and there's a paintings of many dragons. Dragon is a very prestigious symbol in Japanese and Chinese mythology, and below the dragons you can see the yin and yang symbol, which is also the representative of the Eastern philosophy. This is an example of a bonsai tree. This bonsai tree is cultivated over many years, over several decades by Japanese artists, and it is carefully grown, and so you can see this beautiful tree in front of you. This rock is situated at the very end of the Lalbagh. The rock I'm sitting on is a very ancient rock, and it is around billions of years old. It was identified by the Geological Survey of India, and many research has been conducted in this site. The structure situated at the very top of the rock is known as the Kempegoda Tower. Kempegoda Tower is again very ancient tower, and it is built in the name of Kempegoda, which is the founder of Bengaluru. In his honor, we have made this statue on very top of this rock, and is again a very popular site. If you go on very top of this rock, you can see all of Bangalore up until MG Road and all such beautiful structures. So the name of this place is Peninsula Genesis, and it is identified as a National Geological Monument. Many scientists and geological researchers have come to this place to learn about the geography of Karnataka, and you can see there's a very dangerous slope, so when you do come here, please be careful. So now we have reached atop the peninsular rock, and we can see the entire city, and it is a beautiful view. You can see the entire Bengaluru city and the central business district from on top of the rock, and here is the ancient monument adorned by this rock.